Welcome back, everyone, to our Making It Fun Career Mode series in NASCAR Heat 3. So, as you can see on the screen, we are ready for Bristol. Now, also at the top of the screen, you notice that we are just shy of our $1.2 million. $1,071,000. So we're a little bit shy of the 1.2 we need to do our next engine upgrade, but I just could not bypass Bristol. This is one of my favorite racetracks. I'm not sure how strong we're going to be at this track, but I just cannot pass up the opportunity to run Bristol. I've passed up several tracks along the way while simulating these races during the season, but Bristol is just very hard for me to bypass. So as a quick recap, you can see on the top right-hand corner, in the Xfinity Series, we are 21 of 33 races. So basically halfway through the season. And then in the Camping World Truck Series, we are 14 of 23. So we're actually past halfway there. Now, our position in the points, you can see in both series is really not very good. 22nd in the trucks, 24th in the Xfinity Series. So we got a lot of work to do if we're going to make the playoffs in the Xfinity Series. So with that in mind, let's go ahead and prepare our car for Bristol. And we'll go to our short track chassis and get these guys working hard on it in preparation for the race. So we'll have a max car for us. And then we'll get our other folks busy working on our other our other speedway chassis. And then, of course, you can see Road America, road courses next, then Darlington, Indy. We'll have to see how many. I really want to run all of those, but we're probably going to run maybe one of those, perhaps two of those. We'll see how it goes. Vegas is actually the last race before the playoffs start. So I figure we're probably going to have to run that race in order to try to get points or victories or whatever it is that we need in order to get to the playoffs. Indy is Indy, and Darlington is an awesome racetrack, so I'd love to run all those. We'll just have to see how it goes. All right, so bay number 3 is our short track chassis. It is maxed out for us as of now, so it's the best we're going to be able to get it. And let's head to Bristol. All right, it is race time here at Bristol, and believe it or not, we are starting on the front row. We got pole for the race. I have no idea how that happened. Our car is nowhere near full strength, so I'd hate to see what our car at full strength would be able to do here. We would certainly not be able to use our own setup. So here we go. Time to get this race started. Let's see what we have as far as race speed versus the AI. Ouch. Loose coming off the corner there. Trying to keep it underneath Sadler. He's running some really good laps around the top. So that's going to be hard for me to deal with.
Careful, still there.
This could turn out to be a very good race for us. Okay, I have no idea how that just happened. How on earth did Christopher Bell get to the inside of me? Because he came through there like a rocket.
Clear all around. Inside.
And once again, he's to my inside again. Another car. That is hard for me to believe. These guys are... So I'm just going to have to bide my time here.
On your inside. Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All right, now you're clear.
All right, so far this is really fun racing. This is what I was hoping for. We're much farther toward the front
Still there.
than I thought we would be, but this is really fun racing. So far we've had a 4-way battle here for the lead. Maybe 5-way, I can't remember.
Still there.
So that 21 car, we're going to have to try to keep him
Still there.
from getting too far away, but you can see he's running some good laps.
Clear high, bud. Got one outside now.
All right, I'm thinking about doing a slide job here in the center of the corner if I need to. But I can't tell. Because I don't know if I'm still side by side with anybody or not. All right. I could finally see that car in my mirror, so I knew we weren't side by side anymore. Now let's see if we've got any sort of speed here for Daniel Hemrick, who is in the lead and has been running some really good laps.
Wow, that's fast.
All right, so we're basically halfway through stage number 1. So we're in great position for points. So that's job number 1. Of course, what we would really like to do is get that stage victory, especially since we're this close to it. We've got traffic coming up. Right now it looks like we're basically able to run right with Hemrick, but we're maybe gaining a little bit on him, but not a lot. But traffic is going to change everything, either for the better or for the worse for us. We'll just have to see how that goes. But the good news is, he is not running away from us, even in clear track. All right, here we go. Lap traffic starts now. And they are running 2 by 2. Oh, look out. All right, so Hemrick is getting through here pretty good, actually.
Clear all around.
Wow, appreciate that 75 or 76 car.
Clear, all clear.
Getting right down in our way, running the groove we wanted to run. But at Bristol, there's just nowhere to go. Even if you're trying to get out of the way, it's very hard to do.
Five to go. You got this.
All right, trying to make passes, but at the same time trying to get an idea of where these guys are going to go.
All right, now you're
You
clear.
can see Miller there. He went straight to the bottom. So I backed way out of it, trying to give him plenty of room.
Outside, outside. You're all clear up top.
All right, so right now, the 21 car of Hemrick is killing us through traffic.
Car up top, car high now.
Doing a masterful job of getting through
Clear high,
there.
bud. All clear, all clear.
We are absolutely lapping a ton of cars.
Couple more thirds, 2 more, 2 to go.
All right, 2 to go here in stage number 1. Ooh, look out. 3 car just got way out of the gas.
Flag, bring it home.
All right, so we'll finish off these last couple of corners, and we'll have ourselves a really good stage 1.
All right, careful now, still there.
All right, good job. I like that. Some really fun racing. A lot of lap traffic. So Daniel Hemrick will bring home the playoff point, as well as the 10 regular season points. We'll bring home 9 regular season points. We've got plenty of fuel for the laps remaining, so we're not going to be pitting. Nobody's going to need to pit. All right, so once again, we find ourselves on the front row for the start. Let's see what we can do.
Off, coming to the green. Be ready, ready. All right, now you're clear. Got one down low now, got one down low, inside.
All right, let's race hard with Hemrick. Oh, he gets through the corners very
High
well.
here. Stay up high, still there.
Oh, look out, Hemrick. Came right up in front of us. A little bit of an early slide job there. All right, but it worked. So good job by him. So he wanted to be on the high side. He's been running very well up there, although I'll have to admit, holy cow, the 19 is just coming out of nowhere. These sudden bursts of speed that the AI get are just amazing. I know we're down on horsepower, but good gracious.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. Hang tight
All right,
there,
we're
driver.
right here
Hold
with
this line
Hemrick,
here.
so I would really, really like to get by him.
Still there. Still there. All right, now you're clear.
All right, so we made the pass for now. And I say for now because that 19 car is all over our bumper. All right, so now we've got into the lead. Let's see if we can put a little distance on these guys. 18 laps here in this stage, and I'm absolutely having a blast in this race. This is the kind of racing I don't mind for the lead. It's not so much that we don't ever want to win a race. It's that I don't want to run away with these things, and this is perfect because we've got a shot here at the victory. We're not quite as fast as these guys, I don't believe, based on what I've seen from them. But we're at least in the conversation. So to me, this is perfect. This type of racing should lead to a lot of podium finishes and some wins every now and then as everything turns out right for us. So this is exactly what I'm looking for. All right, car is handling great. I mean, I have no complaints about the handling whatsoever. We're just, as we already knew coming in, we're just down on horsepower and down on grip overall. So everything is basically where I would expect it to be based on the strength of the car we have. So far, it looks like we've got just enough speed to keep the 19 at bay. All right, but now we're back in lap traffic.
Still there. Clear all around.
All right, and the 19 is right there with us. All right, these guys in front of us are running side by side. As long as they will stay
Stay on the bottom here for me.
in the top half of the track, that's okay. We can deal with that. Side by side isn't such a huge issue if they will give us a lane and a half or so around the bottom.
5 to go. You got this. Stay on the bottom here for me. Still there. All clear. All clear.
All right, so ouch. A little bit of contact there.
Clear all around.
You expect nothing less when you come to Bristol. It's very hard to run a full race at Bristol
Got one down low now. Got one down low.
without having a lot of contact.
Clear. Use it if you need it. Clear high. Clear high.
All right, so just a few more laps here in stage number 2, and once again we are in great position to pick up a lot of stage points and perhaps even a playoff point if we can hold off this 19 car for a few more laps.
All right.
All right, 2 more to go. And there is a wad of traffic in front of us. It would be nice if the laps would run out before we actually get to all this.
Still there. White flag is in the air. Clear high. Clear
And you
high.
can tell, I mean, these guys are racing as if we're not even on the track. They are having some intense battles.
All right, careful now. Still there. All right, now you're clear. Outside, outside.
All right, there we go.
Stage win there,
So
driver.
that is perfect. So far, this race has gone amazingly well for us. We bring home the Stage 2 victory. So that's 10 regular season points plus the 1 playoff point if we're able to make it to the playoffs. But now it's time for the final stage. 34 laps remaining. We will not be pitting because we don't need any fuel. And of course, nobody else is going to be pitting either unless they have some damage. And we've had no cautions to this point outside of the stage breaks. So far so good.
Be ready. Car on the outside now, outside. All clear.
All right, so we got off to a really good restart there. Let's see if we can continue on with our very nice run today. All right, I look in my mirror and I see those guys fighting behind me. That is great news because the more they fight, the more it generally slows them down. So if they could keep doing that for another, 25 or 30 laps, that'd be perfectly fine. Of course, we're going to be getting into lap traffic one way or another here in this final stage, as it is longer by a good bit than either of the first 2 stages. So right now, just trying to run some good, solid laps. Of course, race victory would be amazing for us, and we have to take a look and see what that does for us as far as the playoff standings. Because remember, there's a lot that has to happen for us to get to the playoffs. And one of those, I believe, if memory serves me correctly, you have to be in the top 20 in points, even if you have a victory. So we got a lot of work to do if that is the case. I can't remember exactly how that works. It hasn't really come into play a whole lot in real life, so I haven't heard a whole lot about it. All right, so right now I'm just focused on trying to pull away from these guys, putting down the best laps I can. Again, car is handling great, so absolutely no complaints about the car. I'm able to hang the bottom when I need to, and that's what's helped us make some passes down there on that bottom. But for right now, no real reason to keep the car pinched off on the bottom, so I'm moving around a little bit. Just trying to see where the car feels best and trying to glance at some lap times every so often just to see how the different grooves I'm running and the different styles I'm using are actually changing and affecting the lap times. All right, so lap traffic is about to start. So best case scenario for us would be if we can get to these guys one at a time.
Still there. All right, now you're clear.
If we can get to them one at a time, we are in great shape to make some passes. But when they start running 2x2 and blocking that bottom lane on us, that's where the guys behind us are really going to make up a lot of time very quickly on us.
Driver, hold this line here. Clear all around. We got 24 laps.
All right, 20 more laps. So basically, a full stage is what we have remaining. All right, you can hear me burping the throttle right there. I was basically trying to do 2 things. I was trying to test the grip to see if the car was rotating and I had the drive off I needed, but also I was trying to hold off and see what that guy in front of me was going to do. It kind of looked like he was going to come down the track a little bit, and I wanted to make sure I gave myself room as we get a little love tap from our car on the outside. Not sure why we got a love tap, but hey, it's Bristol. As long as that's all we're getting is love taps, we're going to be fine.
Careful now, still there. All right, now you're clear.
All right, so they're side by side here, and hopefully they're going to leave us enough room, and hopefully we're going to leave them enough room so that everybody makes it through.
All right, now you're clear.
All right, it does appear that we've gotten through 16 more laps.
Hard on the outside. Outside. You're all clear up top.
Great run off the corner there. Diamond that corner, going a little bit higher up the racetrack in the center, and then letting the car take a set, and real nice rotation to get me off the corner. These guys at the back of the field have had to have been lapped, what, about 3 times now? Even in this short race. So then we're up to, see, Kaz Gralla in 22nd. I didn't think we had lapped up quite that far. All right, now Kaz Gralla is sort of running our lane right now. And you can see, if you look in our mirror, that we have company. Oh, look out, and he got into us.
Hang tight there, driver. Hold this line here. All clear.
Wow, look at Hemrick. He is just motoring.
Need you to stay on the bottom right here.
Oh, look out. We got into Gralla, and then Hemrick got into Gralla as well. So Gralla did not get the best of that. Of course, we're not going to be pitting here. 10 laps remaining. So that was my fault there. I got into Gralla because I was really trying hard to stay right with the 21 car. He got off the gas a little bit, and I got into the back of him, sending him up the track. And, of course, that led to Hemrick getting into him. All right, so once again, we're back into the lead, at least temporarily. But those guys are charging hard with only 6 laps remaining. All right, looks like the 19 car is coming right back to us. Yeah, the 19's running some really good laps compared to us. He has been very strong throughout this race. I'm just hoping we can hold him off. And if we can't hold him off, hopefully we get a clean finish so that we both bring it home with really good, well-deserved finishes. Because this has been a nice, hard-fought race with about, what, 3 or 4 cars at the front of the pack. It's been a great battle. You can see he is crushing us on the straightaway and on corner entry. He is killing us.
2 to go.
All right, I had to give him some room there because he was there. And let's see. All right, we're going to fight hard on this outside. Oh, look out, he got into us. All right, it's going to come down to the last couple of corners.
All right, careful now. Still there. Top lane straight here. Use it if you need it.
And we got him.
Lane 3.
Woo, that was close. That was close. We had a great turns 3 and 4 there, and he could not hang with us coming out of the final corner. When I heard we are clear, I jumped straight up to the top of the racetrack to keep in any runs he might have from getting to us. So that is an amazing race for us. That's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for in this series. Again, it's not necessarily about the wins and finishing position. It's about having some great racing, and that was certainly a great race. So we'll bring home the victory, That'll be 5 stage points for us, plus the one we got for winning another stage. So a total of 6 stage points. And a nice chunk of change for the win. $87,000 plus our team payout and our merch payout of $4,256. Yes, please. That is awesome. So now that puts us in 22nd place in the points with 1 victory. Look at that. Jeff Green, Garrett Smithley have a victories. Wow. All right, so we'll go ahead and finish the event and head back to the main screen. Man, what a race. That was tons of fun. Hope you guys enjoyed that race as much as I did. And we've got a video message.
Congratulations on your first NASCAR Xfinity win. That is such a huge milestone, and I'm really excited and looking forward to many more.
All right, Jeremy Clements, congratulations. Thank you very much, Mr. Clements. And we've got, wow, 1, 2, 3, maybe more video messages.
Great win. Just wanted to compliment you on that.
All right, thank you very much, Chad.
Are you kidding me? What a close finish. Great win.
Yeah, very much so. Hemrick should know. He was right there.
Congrats on your first win. It's a big deal.
And okay, so Josh Balicki also wanting to send his congratulations. Wow, so that is huge for us. So we get that first victory. Now it's all about getting to the playoffs. You can see 4 races left until we get to the playoffs. That's going to do it for now. Stay with us, as next time we'll be coming back and we'll finally get to have enough money to make that next improvement to the car, and we'll see what that does for us. But for now, thank you very much for joining me, and stay tuned as we will continue our Making It Fun gameplay series in NASCAR Heat 3.